You're at the Watchmen Way. February 12th, 2020. The 11-month anniversary of my stroke. On-camera stroke. Look it up. It's on the website. You can actually see me having a stroke doing a live chat. 1 month left, and I can lift again. I'm probably going to start this month anyway. Big headlines. China has been fudging the numbers on the coronavirus. Now you read the headline, you think, "Oh my God, oh it's out of control." So yesterday I announced I think there was 1,100 deaths. Right? They were hiding some, yeah, like 240. I'm telling you guys, they're also saying this has been used as a bioweapon, that this was an orchestrated attack. This whole thing is starting to unravel. And you know what I said yesterday? It's I think it's either, and it's distraction to take away from everything else that's going on. The economy collapsing, the swamp draining, the pedophiles being exposed. Or it could be used as the excuse to bring the economy down so that it takes the pressure off of President Trump. I definitely think right now, guys, China, Russia, and the U.S. are working together on this whole deal. I think they're working together on the Middle East. I think they're working together on the economy. I think they're working together on the selling of this whole thing. Which is a good thing, guys. To have the powers in the world be working together, trust me, it's a very good thing. I think it bodes well for the people in China if that's going on. The people in Russia, they're probably going to get through this second best to us, I believe, because Putin is on top of this too. I believe Putin is going to have Russia prepared for this, and they'll get through this clean. Probably just almost as good as we are. I think we'll get through it better because I think we're going to have more people on the other side, right, that have the Litecoin and the silver that they may not pick up in Russia. I think they're going to, I'm not saying that the people are necessarily going to be prepared, but I think Putin is, and he's got the military ready, and I'm sure they've got all those underground bunkers they've been building for the last 20 years are filled with food right now, I think. So I think Russia gets through this pretty clean. We'll see how it plays out, but this thing is so done. The whole thing. I don't know where else they can go from here on any of it. The economy, the swamp, the pedophiles were pushed right up to the edge. There's only one way to go. And we're inches from the cliff, right? For this thing to happen. I do not see how we get through another month or, I don't know if we get through this month without something blowing up. China is tanking. We're tanking. The repo program with the Fed, Big Swear says it's blowing up on the 19th. That could be literally any day now. You cannot wait. If you want to protect your family, if you want to protect any assets you've worked your life to build, you have to be ready for this. And that means extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical silver, and Litecoin. We've talked before, physical silver and Litecoin are to pay it forward after, when we get into the recovery, and help us through this process. And then God came to me again 3 weeks ago, I guess now, to clarify the paying it forward. And I've been talking about this a lot. If you haven't heard me, go back and look at some of the past chats. Excuse me. But God told me that all this silver and Litecoin that the Watchmen have been accumulating now for the past almost 2 years. And oh, by the way, guys, we just went over 2,100 members and growing fast. Now we're going to be to 10,000 here pretty quick. As soon as this thing breaks, I think we hit 10,000 in 2 weeks. When the economy collapses, when the swamp drains, either one of those things happen, or the pedophile's exposed, I think that's going to come. Well, it's coming now, but the big part's coming later, I think. Or later being maybe only a few weeks away. What's going to happen? I mean, the economy can't handle the swamp being drained. And where I was going was that these profits that we were going to pay it forward, God has kind of specified what he wants. And that is that we use these funds to build the foundation of the revival of God's church, which is the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago when he was here, called the Way. The reason it was never adopted was because the elites couldn't control it. There's no priest, there's no pope, there's no buildings, there's no Vatican. We are the church. The world is the church. We live the church every day with the way we live our lives, the way we treat each other. We tell the truth. We do the right thing. We live our lives in the service of others. That's the way. That's what Jesus was teaching 2,000 years ago, and that's what God wants revived. That's our main function after we get through this. Well, we have two functions right now as Watchmen. Red pill and prep as many people as we can, as quickly as we can, and spread the way. Our donations are going to be used in the name of the way to do the very same things we were going to do before. Only we're doing it as a way to set an example, number one, and number two, be ready, and this, God, the Catholic Church is coming down in 2020. The Pope is going to resign this year. He's going to admit that 50% of the priests today are pedophiles. The Catholic Church is finished. God wants the way prepared, ready to fill the void left by the Catholic Church, because there's going to be hundreds of millions of Catholics looking for comfort, looking for a home. And the way is going to be it. God's telling me that in 20 years, the way will be the biggest religion in the world. It's the most pure religion. Prove me wrong. Bring me a religion that is more pure than the way. Our donations, they don't go to some Vatican. We put our donations in the hands of the needy. 100% goes to the needy. Name a church. Name a religion. You can't. This is happening, guys. If you want to be a better person, if you want to live a better life, if you want to live your life in the service of others, you're at the right place. This is the future of religion. This is where it's headed. And this isn't coming from me. And believe me or not, I don't care. Just watch. Watch what happens. It's amazing, guys. This whole journey, if I brought this to a movie studio, they would throw me out saying it was crazy, which is basically what everybody's been saying for 5 years. But just the way this is played out and the people who I've crossed paths with that have advanced this whole narrative of what God has been showing me the past 5 years. It's just getting stronger, guys. I don't know what's happened the last couple of months, but it's like getting stronger every day. Amazing stuff. Greatest transfer of wealth in human history is upon us. Man's greatest accomplishment in world history, eradicating the evil that has controlled us since Babylon. That's happening right now. The Peysseurs, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they're going to be stripped of their wealth, executed or locked up for the rest of their lives. The 1% that own 90% of the wealth are going down. And that 90% is going to be stripped from them. Returned to us. Bible says, what's been taken from you will be returned sevenfold. You know, a Litecoin today is just went over $82. It was $22 2 months ago, something like that, 3 months ago. Some analysts believe it's going to be 3 million by 2024, and I think that number is conservative. There's only 84 million total Litecoin in the world. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money. They make banks obsolete at a time when no one in the world will want to put a dime in another bank again. Because when you lose all the money you have in the bank, you're not going to want to put any more in. They changed the laws 3 years ago. The banks did. The politicians let the banks write the law that now says that our deposits are considered loans to the bank. So we're the last ones to get paid, which means we're lucky if we get pennies on the dollar when all these clowns go bankrupt, which they're on the verge of. This is all happening, guys. This year, maybe this month. When this goes down, and there's only 20 million Litecoin left or less, because about 64 million have already been sold. 7.5 billion people in the world at a time when everyone knows you have to have assets. That's what's going to happen when this collapse comes. Everyone's going to realize really quickly that they need assets outside the system. Physical silver, gold, or cryptocurrencies. We're way ahead of the pack, guys. Don't wait until this blows up. Because if you do, you're not going to get any Litecoin and you're not going to get any silver. Because when this happens, the floodgates are going to open. Any liquid assets or purchasing funds available will be dumped into cryptocurrencies, mostly Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, silver, and gold. We know from what God's told me, you want your money in Litecoin and physical silver. Physical silver is going to outperform gold at least 8 times. All you have to do is the math. The same people that said Litecoin would be 3 million said Bitcoin would be 12 million. Well, that sounds really good until you look at the price of Bitcoin. It's 10,500 right now for one Bitcoin. It's $82 for one Litecoin. Do the math. You can buy over 100 Litecoin for what one Bitcoin cost. So that 10.5 will get you $12 million in Bitcoin, or possibly, think about this, you can buy over 100 Litecoin at 3 million apiece for the same money it costs for one Bitcoin. So what would you rather have? It's a no-brainer, guys. Get some money in Litecoin quickly. Because if you wait, listen, 2 weeks ago we had a little bit of a run-up. And we had members that couldn't get on Coinbase because they were overwhelmed with a little bit of a run-up. Think what's going to happen if the banks close. You won't be able to get on Coinbase for maybe weeks. Forget about buying anything. And the whole time, while you're waiting, the price is going through the roof. Silver, if it's going up $5 a day, no one will sell it. Dealers will quit selling silver. And the ones that do, there will be lines around the block trying to buy it as it's going up every minute. That's what we're facing, guys. Don't miss the boat. If you could just put $500 in, you'll never have to work again. Probably your kids won't have to work again. $250 into Litecoin, $250 into physical silver. Listen, more if you can, because if you've got cash available, liquid funds available, either stock market, the bank, whatever, if you don't convert those, you're going to lose it. Stocks, bonds, pension funds, all going to zero. Cash eventually. Listen, China, Russia, United States all have gold-backed currencies ready to roll out. They're waiting for the collapse. Things are going to change fast, guys, and you can't think that you're going to catch a falling knife. That's what it amounts to. Not going to happen. You're going to lose if you try and play that game. And there's no reason to play that game. Because the prices right now, if you'd have told me a couple of years ago, we would be at the end and we'd have these prices, Litecoin at 82 and gold around 20, silver around 20 an ounce, I said, you're crazy. I'd have thought the prices would be closer to 500 by this time. This is a gift from God. Don't miss the boat. I'm going to tell you, anybody who hears this message and doesn't act, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. This is life-changing money we're talking about. And the good you can do with it on the other side is life-changing for a lot more people. So get on board with this. Take advantage of this. And this is a once in history. This is once in history. This has never happened before. Will never happen again. That you could put less than $100 into something and make $3 million. Never going to happen again. Don't miss it. You'll regret it forever. I'm really getting fed up with these people who think they're woke and are running around like chickens with their heads cut off. You're not woke if you're chasing deep state actions. You're ignorant is what that makes you. If you're worried about the election, if you're worried about Virginia, if you're worried about the impeachment, you might as well be working for the deep state. Because if you're talking about that stuff on social media, you're playing right into their hands. You might as well sign up. Start collecting a check. Because you're working for the deep state if you're talking about this crap. I can't believe that people who really think they're woke up. And then, I had one today tell me to watch out for President Trump. Oh my God. I mean, how ignorant do you have to be to think that he could be working with the deep state? You idiots. He has destroyed everything it took the deep state 200 years to accomplish in the 3 years. He's wiped them out. All those trade deals, they worked for 20 years to get into place. Boom. Gone. The corporations were ready to take over the world until he stepped in. And I got idiots on social media telling me I better be careful of President Trump. Get your heads out of your asses. And I'm not talking to the Watchmen now. I'm talking to the people that don't have a clue. Ay, ay, ay. God damn. You gotta get above all the chaos. You can't be in the middle of it and analyze it. You got 1,000 foot up, looking down, all the movies you understand. Watch the news for half an hour. Watch. Now they're woke and they're an expert. My God. Trying to tell me that Virginia, they accomplished something. We dodged a bullet in Virginia. What would have happened if a deep state got mixed in with the liberals and started firing on the patriots? We would have had a bloodbath. Possible start to the Civil War. We should have never been there. President Trump will never allow a gun grab on his watch. If you don't understand that, you need to do a lot more homework. Jesus. President Trump is a deep state plant? How stupid do you have to be? They'd have just let Hillary win the election. This would have already been over by now. We'd be in the middle. The ignorance is astounding. I can't believe it. I'm still patriots fighting these battles. Damn it. And now you got my blood pressure up. Okay, I'm going to calm down here. Tesla. Tesla. I don't think Tesla's ever made a dime. Stock's going through the roof. Just has to recall 15,000 SUVs. Tesla's done. You got Tesla stock, you better sell it. I mean, if you got any stock, unless it's mining stock, sell it. Get out of the stock market. It's a rigged game. Ay, ay, ay. General Flynn, the DOJ is dropping the hammer. All the attorneys have now resigned from the prosecutors for Flynn. It's getting interesting, guys. This is happening. Oh, the other thing, kind of along the same lines as pricing and cryptos, and the one thing that's going to happen that I think will be part of the reset, however they're going to handle that, is Amazon stock. What is it? What is it, Lisa? Lisa's just sending me a message on Amazon stock. The exchanges have to come to an end. Here's why banks and criminals love exchanges and why we don't. It's smoke and mirrors. It's manipulation. Because they're selling paper. They aren't selling the real thing. That's how they've got away with rigging the gold and silver prices for so long. Because the paper markets, they've got to be wiped out. The futures markets need to be wiped out. It's the biggest way they screw us in the stock market, are the futures markets. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Amazon sold off the Bezos? And this is good. Trust me, guys. This is where we're at right now. Because now these clowns see where we're at. You're going to start seeing a lot of this where the CEOs start dumping their stock because they know it's about ready to tank. And then watch what they do with that money. They're going to be buying cryptocurrencies and precious metals, guaranteed. They know what's coming. All right, let's see what we got for questions. Rita, how you doing? Tommy, hello. Susan, how are you? Lisa, Helen, hello. John, what? Tommy, what's going on? Mike, how you doing? Well, that's John saying reset the banks and make everybody stay home. Well, that's what's going to happen. At some now, at some point, there will be a reset declared. The earlier in the process, the better. The longer they wait, whatever time we wait is wasted because they can't fix this system. There's no way to fix it. How you doing? Tomorrow could be something big coming. Tommy, you got to get that money out of the bank. You got to get it into physical silver and Litecoin. I'll post the sites in the comments tonight. You buy Litecoin. You got to have a major, well, Chase or Citibank. Get an account open. Put up SD bullion. The website will be listed. Get your silver there. Buy it over the internet. Get it bought as soon as you can. Um, that 20,000 in the bank, you're going to lose it if you leave it in the bank. I've got 100% of my liquid assets in Litecoin and about $20 in the bank right now. And if I need to more, I sell some Litecoin and transfer it into my account. If I do the transfer by 7 in the morning, it's in my account if it's Monday through Friday. I think, what's today? We're at Wednesday. We're probably going to get through this week okay. Probably okay. Monday would be, I think, my first target date for something going south. I mean, it could happen tomorrow, but I think probably next week is likely. And soon, guys. It's not. Chad, how you doing? Keith, Kelly, Rory, how you doing? Danielle, what's up? James, Tessie. I don't want to hear anything about the impeachment, Tessie. Rebecca. Any day, Tessie. Any day. You got to be ready any day now. Randy, Trevor, what's up? John and Julie, how you doing? All right. Yeah. God doesn't care, Helen, but whatever. We're going to fight. Listen, guys, there's a lot of truth coming. And I think some of it we might hear from God himself. Um, I think God might be coming back this decade. And what I've been told is that the truth about all of this is coming out. The truth about how religion's been manipulated. The truth about the Bible. All of this, our history. The history of the world. The human history. It's way different than they've been telling us, guys. Way different. It's going to rock the world when the truth comes out. Yeah, I'm doing good on my end, guys. No buffering here. Bo Pony says the 19th. Um, yeah, Bezos is selling everything. When that happens, guys, that's another huge red flag right there. When you start seeing those guys selling off big numbers in stocks, you know something's up. Be ready. Don't stop pushing. Don't stop talking. Don't stop reaching out. Um, there's a lot of people who still are not ready for this. So everyone we get makes a difference. And we have to fight for everyone from this minute till this blows up. Whether that's tomorrow or 3 months from now, we've got to keep pushing. You know, the people who aren't prepared for this stand to lose everything. 80% of the values of their homes, their stocks, their bonds, pensions, retirements, gone. And I think that the rumor is they're going to set up a system where, based on how much you've paid into Social Security, you're going to get a check from the government based on that amount, which is, I think, a pretty good idea. And it'll kind of be seed money to get the economy restarted, right? Well, just think about having 25 or 30 Litecoin and 500 ounces of silver. Think about where you're going to be when virtually everyone is cash strapped except for the people who know about Litecoin and silver. And that's one of the other thing God wasn't happy about. What happened when the evil controlled the money and the power in the world? This time around, God wants his people to hold that power. That's the other reason he's been showing me the Litecoin and the silver, because he wants us in control this time. And we will be. 90% of the evil gone. At the same time that the world is gravitating towards the way. It's going to be a great world, guys. It's going to be exactly what I've been saying. Heaven on earth. 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. Man's greatest age. That's what God's showing me is coming. President Trump, he's not a plant. Trust me. They would never have allowed him to do what he did if he was working for the globalists, for the deep state. He destroyed them. There's nothing left. He's decimated them. The last act is to lock them up. And that's coming. Gonna rock the world. Cognitive dissonance. You think coronavirus? How about this? Cognitive dissonance. You want to see the world rock? You want to see the world come to a halt? People just lock themselves in their closet for 3 weeks? That's coming. I mean, just think about this. 3 former U.S. presidents arrested for torturing and murdering and sexually assaulting children. The Pope, most of the Vatican, half the priest, half of our politicians, judges, celebrities, newscasters. Look who's been to Pedo Island. Epstein ran a honeypot, guys. Thousands of hours was recorded. Most disgusting video ever recorded. Most powerful, richest people in the world doing this stuff. All on tape. Can't deny it. Can't hide from it. It will be on the news worldwide 24/7 for months. What do you think is going to happen to the world when that's Common knowledge. I'm telling you, if you've ever seen, if you've never seen cognitive dissonance, it's like a computer freezing, buffering. It can't process the information. It's too contrary to their strongly held beliefs. And just think about it. The Pope torturing and murdering children. The Pope selling children into child sex trafficking. Yeah, that's the Vatican. The CIA, the FBI have all been involved in this crap. The CIA was running breeding farms in America. Breeding children. The cute ones, they'd sell. The homely ones, they'd sell for their body parts. Organ harvesting. Pop them up. 800,000 kids a year in America go missing. Look it up. And not a peep from the media or the politicians, because they know where they're going. It's all coming out, guys. All of it. Everything that's hidden will be known. And I mean everything. Things you had no idea about are going to be revealed. Let me tell you, you're going to have your world rocked when you find out the stuff that we haven't even talked about yet. The stuff, you can't believe the stuff I've been holding back. Because it's not current. Just wait. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, another good thing. The White House is they're cleaning house, man. Right and left, they're dropping like flies. They're cleaning out all the rats. And the reason they're cleaning them out, because they're ready to drop the hammer. Why they're selling off stock? Because they know what's coming. All the indicators, guys, are pointing to any day now. Stay on top of it. What do we got here, Lisa? Yeah. Sold $4 billion worth of stock today. 18th. Hugh saying 18th. We'll see. Oh, what am I doing here? Here we go. Is that going to work? Come on. Okay, where am I at now? What did I do? Am I still on? What the hell's going on here? What? There we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Bezos is dumping everything. I think Roger Stone might get off clean. I think Roger Stone's probably going to get probation. And they might even drop the charges. General Flynn, they're definitely going to drop the charges. Okay. Let me see here. Susie, how you doing? You're late, I think. Okay, guys. We got all the questions. Tessie wants to know if I've ever watched the X-22 report. Tessie, I've been doing this for over 5 years. I've seen every YouTuber there is. Trust me. Yeah, and he does good work. X-22, SGT report, Greg Hunter, Zero Hedge. All good for news, guys. Okay, be positive when you're out there. Not much time left. We got to assume there's not much time left. Every day counts. Every person counts. Do the best you can. Focus on the positive. This all has to happen for us to have the world that God intended us to have. And that's where we're headed. We are going to have the world that God intended. That's guaranteed. Just a matter of when it's going to happen. So hang in there, guys. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Remember, fear not. God and President Trump are 1,000% in control. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.